Hey y'all, I'm back. Um, I was telling Tanya I had planned on making a new fishy video today, but, well, I had to wait till my farmer's hours, 4 a.m. because, wow, so, sleepy. I needed a nap. And, Frankie snuggled with me the whole time. We are finishing off. We got the free TV back and the great courses, the Civil War battlefields with Peter Carmichael and Caroline something or other. He is from Gettysburg College. He's from Indiana, but he teaches at Gettysburg College, and she is from the Shenandoah, actually, where the caves are in Virginia, but she teaches at the University of Virginia, aka the University of Rape. But anyways, yeah, I was just finishing those off. I have 11 minutes left, and I just had a nip. Frankie sucks me in. But I got some new fishies, and I like making my fish videos. It's been a while since I've done that. Their background there is from, it's Fingal's Cave. It is the original collage. I also have a print of it with Schubert, who wrote the music for Fingal's Cave, that she had done up in my book nook. Some of you have seen that. But she is my Liverpudlian girlfriend that passed away, so I've been really depressed about that. And you know, we all have our reasons that we get depressed. Sometimes we don't even know why. They're all you know, important to us, though, no matter what Tom Cruise says, right? Nobody likes Tom Cruise, except for Rosie O'Donnell, and nobody likes Rosie O'Donnell. Maybe those two should get together after all. But, I got Tristan and Isolde here. I got 2 new frogs for Julius's tank. Julius is just peeping out. He was just out, but he's peeping out to see. He's coming out slowly. So here. Julius, actually, he's my oldest betta, and he has lost his beauty marks. He's got this real pink little face like an oxycodal now, and it's I mean, he's just as beautiful when he comes out. He'll come out eventually here. But, like I said, he just went, and he's like, it's 4 a.m., Mom. Really? But he really loves Mom. And I used to have, this is actually my favorite tank. I know the lantern doesn't go with the megaliths, but as you can see, they all love the lantern so much. And Julius snugglebees with these cats. The cats are, the one in the front, the albino, the little, he's actually pink now because he's so happy with his mates. That's Oscar. He is actually my oldest fish. He is Felix's original housekeeper from the little tank. He's a couple years old now. And I don't know exactly how Govinda, the sunburst glow cat, got to be so huge, but really huge. Is that, I think that's Ector. The Ector is the electric green glow cat. He's actually my fave, but in certain lights it's hard to tell him apart then. But they're gotten very big and happy in this tank together. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Ron used to call this the death tank, actually. I had so many problems with this tank until I moved it. I don't think that you should keep your fish tanks in outside corners of the house. I know I've had zero luck with that. So as soon as I moved it, although Frankie climbs up here and gets on top of the lid and completely, you know, terrorizes them, since I've moved the tank, it's been so much luckier. But as you can imagine, these little glow cats, like this, they drive Frankie crazy. So, anyways, Tristan and Isolde are my two new little African dwarf frogs. One is like really black, and the other one's not so much. They were both just out here, so we'll find the other one too. And I also got two little glow light Tetras for this tank, who I call Sagamore and Paladin. There they are. And I'm gonna get some more, actually, maybe just a couple more. So I mean, I just got these today, so I'll give it a while, and you know, but they seem to be doing fine, although Paladin is really little, which, you know, 'cause I've got some big fish, because I don't know, I try not to overfeed them. I really do. I do feed them a variety of foods. These cats, they get algae wafers, they get catfish pellets, they get bug bites, the frogs get little froggy food. Anyways, I give them a variety of things, although they're out of mysis because Frankie dumped all their mysis out on the floor. We're listening to the Ballad of Sir Frankie Crisp right now. This is Sir Frankie Crisp's playlist. Shaunar has his own playlist that I made on his last birthday, so I made Sir Frankie Crisp his own playlist too. There's all these Frankie songs I didn't even know about by Frankie, and about Frankie, so I did that. Here's Julius, he's come out. So, there he is. Hey, Julius. Hey, buddy. Pretty boy. See, he really, is very responsive to any kind of attention. And it's not just because he's looking to get fed, as my brother says either, but he knows his name, and I love him. He's awesome, really. I think he's a little Stars and Stripes better. Anyways, the reason why I got the frogs and the glow lights for this tank is I was afraid that Julius was getting a little depressed. You know, he was hanging out in his lantern more, and just, I don't know, I can just sense when they're depressed. I think that they pick up my depression, actually. I really do. And, so he seems a little happier now, because he's got, you know, he has new things. The two new frogs and the two new glow light Tetras in there for Mr. Julius. He was just called a double toe, I think, when I got him. I think he's a $10 betta, which I do like the $10 bettas. They just seem to be the best bettas that you can get. Here, look. The frogs are already pretty happy in here, I think. They hang out underneath the megalith. And, yeah, where is the other one? I had just seen her. I do think one is a boy and one is a girl in this case. I'm not sure, but one of them has like a little nub tail. I haven't looked into sexing them like I did the cats. And I did sex my cats, but to tell you the truth, I don't remember. Like, who's who. People, I think like Oscar was like a girl, and I thought he was a boy, you know. So I'm not really sure. But I shouldn't feel bad, because my grade school girlfriend is telling me she doesn't know what sex her kitten is, so I love her a bit. I'm like, they have balls? Well, Frankie doesn't. They cut his balls off, but hey, we didn't do it. We didn't do it. We didn't cut Shauna's balls off until we had to. He was an old man. He had babies and stuff, so, yeah. But, so, yeah, excuse me. Well, first of all, today, as we move into the next tank here, Ron took me to this flea market today. Renegers in, Kutztown. It's over 70 years old. I loved it. Oh my god, I loved it. We had some chili there, which was alright. It was thick. I like my chili watery, actually. I don't like it real thick, but it was alright. But I got a new crystal there. It's actually from Pennsylvania, Mount Joy, I think. And like every crystal that I ever I'm drawn to and buy, like once I get it home and really examine it, I notice it's like so much more awesome than I ever thought it was. This one's actually a double record keeper. It's got rainbows and divas and triggers, and it's a gorgeous little piece. I'm just so pleased with it. But the crystals that are out here, this is my last one I got in Gettysburg, in one of the very many metaphysical shops in Gettysburg now. They've sort of taken over with ice cream shops and hair salons. It's actually really sad, because the American History Store is gone. Lady Scarlett's is gone. It's Worsley's is gone. But anyways, I got this crystal on my last trip to Gettysburg, so, and I'm going to get in April, with Teresa says she's meeting me, and I'm not counting on it, because you know me, I have fun no matter what. Dewey Shree, Frankie always knocks him over. But what I was telling you is that the crystals, this is one of my favorite crystals. It's a Divic crystal that I got from India. But anyways, the crystals will be going back. They're only here right now for the video, but Frankie is so destructive that he'll have those all broken and stuff. So he's always up here no matter what. He doesn't listen. So here we're in my original tank that Ron had gotten me new at auction for $13. And I keep on saying, like, I'm just going to have my frogs and some cats in this tank. You know, no more Bettas, but I love Bettas, and I only have 3 tanks, and I really can't have more than 3. 3 tanks is enough for me to care for, really. And they like this little tank. It's like 3 gallons, and I know they say you have to have at least 5 gallons, but it's a nice little starter tank. Like, Lennox here was really little when I put him in here. And he's happy. And what I do is, like Julia started off in this tank. When somebody passes away, they sort of get bumped up to bigger tanks. Now, Lennox, my gorgeous, we say this is secret that he's my fave. Because, look, you know, Julius is like, what? Yeah, I love Julius, too. But, you know, I thought I wanted a fancy Black Lotus better. He's just a Delta, but I actually like him better. I'm going to tell you what. He's actually getting medicated now for the next couple days, so he's a little bit drowsy. But, and there's some floaters in here right now because they just got cleaned out again, so that it takes a while to settle. Just now I did it. But last week when I was doing my water change, I did something really stupid. I ran the water through the empty filter, and this little tank, it poured all kind of dirt into the tank. So, I mean, I cleaned it up the best I could. These smears on the outside are mostly from Frankie. Anyways, I cleaned it up. You know, I did another water change and all that. But then today, and I'm sure that's why it happened, I found a spot on Lennox. It looked like a spot of ick to me. And right away, you gotta knock that shit out, like, straight away as soon as you see that stuff with your fish. You can't, like, wait around and stuff. Because, like, right away, I medicated him. I mean, literally, I medicated him directly on the spot. It's really easy to see on him because he is so black you can't even see his eyes. You know, he's true black. And, he still will be getting medicated until Wednesday, but thank St. Francis, for now, it's gone. And anyways, I don't see that fast, the one spot, if you treat it that fast. And I did another water change, like I said, just now. So hopefully, I pray he'll be alright. and I'm not paying attention in here, but there's also Krishna and Vivian. There's 2 frogs in here. And Tattoo and Rose are enormous emerald cories, especially Tattoo. He's quite an old fish of mine too, and he's enormous. But here's Lennox coming out to say hello, Mom, and thanks for fixing me. Because, yeah, he's a real beauty. I really love him. So, guess we should move over to the next tank. It still looks pretty good, even though it's still, like, sort of settling and stuff like that. They all use that little cave, actually, that little rock Flintstone thing. Look, he's showing off for us. You can see how beautiful he is. Yeah, the frogs and the cats actually use it more than Lennox does. He likes settling in this little paper flower Beijing, actually. Here, one of the cats just came out. And just like that, he's gone. They're pretty fast. So, yeah, I notice, like, you know, all of my life I always kept one cat in my little tanks as the housekeeper, but they're so much happier with some mates, like, so much happier, and so much more fun. So, and they always live forever, and, you know, keep them happy. Let them have some fun. Let them have some mates in there. So, love those little frogs anyways. They make me so happy. And we'll move over here then to Cupid's tank. The only thing I don't like is you always see the cords, but, you know, I do like this tank, which I got on Amazon. It's a lot of fun. I've been using the, it collects the silt, and I just started using, I use this gravel cleaner stuff, but I just started using, my turkey baster, like vacuum, and it works pretty well for this little tank. So, Cupid, well, there he is. Here's Cupid. He's my Christmas fish. And he's not shy anymore. He chases all the little Tetras around. You know, this tank actually dropped down, when I do water changes on it, I don't know, it drops down to 71 degrees. It actually has 2 heaters in it now, which sometimes it goes up to 82, but I don't like it dropping down to 71, and neither does Cupid. He'll just bang up by the heater. Of course, they're like automatic shut-off heaters, so and I check it constantly, but, yeah, I don't want it dropping down to 71. I don't know why. I think it's maybe because it's just a deep tank. I don't know why else, but I notice he never goes down in the little amphora. I'm gonna get them some frogs too. So, yeah, and then the Tetras, there are 2 black neons, 2 glow lights, Nimue Morgana, Sheeny and Garish, and then there's 1 neon Tom. He's one of my oldest fish. Goes back to, like, he's older than Julius. He's going on a couple years old now. And the other Tom died with Merlin. Like, right before Merlin, I think. He looked like, I think that Merlin was biting him, actually. He looked like he had bloody spots on him to me. And he probably was stealing Merlin's food, quite frankly, because I got this tank just for them. And, because Felix, they were stealing Felix's, I can't have these in that little tank. They compete with the food, with the Bettas, and that pisses the Bettas off, and then the Bettas kill them. So they have to have room, you know. And, these ones all schooled together, but I wanted to get Tom another mate, because I'm feeling bad, you know, because, yeah, you know, because he doesn't have a mate. And they didn't have any neons. I'm afraid that these are going to be really small when I get them, because mine are pretty big. They eat a lot. They like these. They like these bug bites. They do. They really do. Like, I feed them a variety of food, too. There's also 2 cats in here. Shiva and Neptune, and they're huge. Neptune's a pepper, and Shiva's a panda. See where they are. There they are. So
And they like each other very much, even though they're not the same species. So this is Shiva. You can tell the difference because she's a panda and she's got a little mask. And here's Neptune, the pet bird, so cute. But they don't do a great job. I guess I should get, I think all my baby snails are gone. I had a bazillion baby snails, all from 2 snails. I had a Pluto, this blue mystery snail, and then I had Montezuma, a gold mystery snail. And for years afterwards, they didn't last long to tell you the truth, but for years afterwards, I had these tiny, tiny little babies everywhere. And I was moving them amongst my tanks. But they were mostly in here, but I don't see them anymore. I guess somebody's eating them. So I don't know, they say those snails only live a year, but that's not true. Because I had the babies for years, and they were like little tiny babies. They just take a long time to grow. I guess they grow at a snail's pace. That's what my brother said. So actually, shout out to him. I got all kind of train stuff to send him at the flea market today. I'll have to, it's the different train things that are going on in the area, train meetups and Jim Thorpe and all kind of, here they are actually. So, sending these train things. Oh wait, the toy show is not for him, actually. So, this, and then the Jim Thorpe stuff. But, yeah, I have to send those to him, which I'll be doing soon. I just got them today, so I just sent Susie a letter. That was cathartic. It was good. It was a nice long letter, you know, the last letter writer. But, yeah, so, I will be getting some more frogs and another neon for this tank. And I will be getting a couple more glow lights for St. Patrick's. Finally put Mardi Gras away just today, actually. It wasn't a bad Mardi Gras. I mean, I watched the parades and stuff, so get some jambalaya, got some shrimp, the Lidl. I don't know, if you don't have Lidl Market, the German market, it's a lot of fun. They have really good produce and a great bakery, fabulous bread. But anyways, we like Lidl. I took Ron for the first time. We had a good time. Oh, and this? Oh my god, this shit. I got this stuff at the Redner's. It's from France, but it is distributed from New York. And I got all of it, actually. They had it, I've been selling a lot of dolls. Check out my eBay shop and buy my dolls. They had it at Redner's for $11.65 a bottle. Oh, it's so good. My goal. We also went to the Kutztown Tavern today. My goal, it's huge. That's where the flea market is today that we went to, Kutztown. Made me miss my family. It was very nostalgic. It was almost like a museum. It smelled good because people were selling candles and stuff there, so it smelled like honeydew. Some of the things didn't smell good. You know, they smelled like old stuff, but, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And, I guess that's it. I'm reading umpteen books right now, including the Eisenhower biography by Ambrose, which is Colossum. And a book about how all the ancient alien stuff is based on Lovecraft, which is Colossum. More Catherine Cookson. And still haven't finished The Tenant of Wildfeld Hall. I'm getting there. I'm very close. I've got like 100 pages left, so I'm really getting there. But, oh, I started Data's Dreams 3. I'm already up to page 9 of that. I had crazy dreams. 9 pages worth of dreams the last 2 nights. My goal. I couldn't really blog about them. I sent them to a few people that
they involved, but they're not, you won't find them in my blog. But yeah, Dana's Dreams 2, I jumped the gun on that. It's only like 140 pages long, and I was gonna wait until it was like 256, like Dana's Dreams 1, but I just had this feeling to do it now, and that's whenever I heard about Kari. So Dana's Dreams 3 is going to be dedicated to Kari, so yeah, I miss her already. And I know she liked my fish videos because, you know, we were weirdos. I liked her rat videos. Check out our rat videos in my blog. That will lead you to our YouTube channel, Time for Tea. I love her. I miss her. And I guess that that's about it for now, though. I know my fish tanks are very fascinating, and like I was saying, they help me with my depression. They really do. They I don't know. I guess it's just taking care of somebody, you know, and fussing over somebody. It you don't think really about yourself so much. You know what I mean? You don't dwell on things when you have, you know, to get rid of that ick spot on Mr. Lennox over here and make sure he has a fabulous life, you know. So yeah, he had, and this just he had an ick spot, which you could definitely see it today. Look at that. It was right by his like eye. That's where it usually sort of starts, is like right around their it seems like it starts around their face first, which makes me wonder if Julius's beauty marks here, and I don't know. I thought that they were markings on him. They looked like, you know, Cindy Crawford. He had like black beauty mark by his lip and stuff. When I picked him, he always looked like candy to me. And now that they're all clear, I wonder if that was something. I don't know. Anyways, they can see each other, as you can see in these tanks. That's supposed to be good. They supposedly live a lot longer if they like a lot longer. They've been known to live, I think the oldest one that is documented has lived to be 10. But they can supposedly live to be 7 to 10 if they get exercise. And you know, when they have tank mates and they can see each other, they get more exercise. They sort of swim around and sort of, you know, chase each other. He snugglebees with these catfish. I've never seen anything like that before. I mean, I've been keeping Bettas and cats for longer than I care to say, a very long time. And I have never seen them cuddle up together. I mean, they've always gotten along. But the frogs and the Bettas it's a nice combination, actually. So, and as long as you have some little fish that are fast enough to get away from the Bettas, you're all right, too. So, if the Bettas can catch the little fish. Now, I'm going to tell you what, these frogs and the little glow lights, and I told you, Paladin is really little, they were in the same bag. And, you know, I always float them for like 20 minutes. But in this case, they didn't float very long, maybe 10 minutes, because I was worried. The frogs were going after the little fish. So I think if the fish are too small, the frogs will probably munch on them too. I know I can't keep any shrimp. I've tried. Big giant shrimp, you know, Triton and Mithras, and I love those little shrimp, and they just disappear. My fish all munch them. And quite frankly, there's the other frog. I think who munches them is the cats. So, not these. These ones have never been subjected to. It's Neptune that eats my shrimp over in the long tank where I had the shrimp. And they have a lot of hiding spaces in there, but they just disappear. The snails disappear. And then Neptune, he looks real like, I didn't do it. I'm innocent, you know. They're such peaceful fish, but I think they eat them. I mean, I don't know where else they go, right? Everybody likes shrimp. I can't eat shrimp. They make my ankles swell. So it was the same way with my cousins. So we can't eat. We got that shellfish thing going down. We don't eat that stuff.
So, yeah, it's supposedly a genetic thing. And I guess it's the English, because he was on my English side. So, look at that. They're real friendly already. They're not shy like Vivian over there. Look at that. Aren't they adorable? I just love them so much. I get them at the Petco for $4 a piece. Now, the PetSmarts, Vivian and Diana, who's gone, came from PetSmart, and they seem to have pink and white ones. Where I actually picked these. The one big, I was like, the big black one was awesome, and I was like, give me that one for sure, Tristan. And I think they're really happy here in their new home. They seem happy. So, and like I said, they haven't been here long at all. And yeah, I do like the glow lights in there too. I'm gonna have to get some more. Yeah, I wish I didn't have the lantern with the megalith, but the Bettas just love this lantern so much. I've seen some bad reviews on it, but my Bettas just love it. Sometimes they disappear in the top of it and you can't even see them, but they love sleeping in it. So I'm going to say that this is the very best Betta thing that you can have. And as you see, everybody hangs out in it, not just the Bettas, but anyways, they love it. And Lennox is getting better, and I really am thinking I'm going to leave you now, because you know I go on and on and on forever. But I just wanted to show you Tristan and Isolde, my adorable new frogs, and I love you. And I will see you and talk to you later.